Ladies and gentlemen, Remnant 2 continues to evolve into one of my hottest Game of the Year contenders for this year. You know me, I'm a methodical man, so this video will sum up all available informations in a nicely sorted and straight to the point manner. The informations are based on the initial trailer, the additional 9-minute gameplay showcase and shorts from Gunfire Games, the companion trailer, the IGN hands-on preview and the IGN interview with the developer. We start with a very brief sum up of Remnant from the Ashes and how Remnant 2 evolves from that now that Gunfire Games is part of the mighty Embracer group. Next section will cover the new class/archetype system. After that we take a look at other new gameplay features, then the expanded procedural level design features and lastly the now confirmed release window. I will include timestamps for each part, so let's get started. Remnant from the Ashes in a nutshell. A solo or co-op semi-open world third-person PvE shooter set in a grim version of our world after a mysterious root infestation. Excellent gunplay, a huge build variety and 4 major biomes with procedural generated levels and 2 major handcrafted story locations. You do have some Souls-like, or as I would say Souls-light elements with bonfire-like save points and area resets, but much more approachable. For example, you don't lose experience on death. If you have not played it yet, do it. It's really great and you can check out my Remnant Revisited video for more details. One unique feature of the procedural levels are the randomly chosen boss fights and story events from a certain pool, which offer a different experience with every playthrough. The original game is not a AAA production, but feels like it in many ways. Remnant 2 is set to play in the same universe and will expand and evolve on the original game rather than reinventing it, which is an excellent choice because all I ever wanted from the game were some deeper mechanics and simply more of it. The IGN hands-on revealed that Remnant 2 has received a major graphical uplift from the first game, still has excellent gunplay and a now much better melee combat system. This was rather simple and more a side option in the first game. The boss fights are also described as a huge step up and a lot less ad heavy than in the original. This was already the case in the final DLC. The game also keeps the gritty look and the enemy design, already fantastic in the first game, looks just dope. Apart from the visual and creative design, you can see enemies sliding down from trees, some pesky flying variants, infested humanoids and much more. Check out Gunfire Games shorts on their official channel about the root behemoth, grenadier and so on. Great gunplay and fantastic enemy design are a win-win combination for every shooter. Another step up are the improved character and enemy animations and the ability to jump and climb, adding more verticality to the game, something that was missing in the original. And stamina now only depletes in combat situations, making traversing the world a much more pleasant experience. The class, or as they call it, archetype system, is now also much more fleshed out. In the first game you could choose from 3 classes, but that defined only your starting gear. Like in Elden Ring, your choice didn't really matter in the long run. All special combat abilities and perks were bound to gear and weapon mods only. Not so in Remnant 2. This time every class will get its own set of abilities and passive perks in addition to the weapon mods and set bonuses. And we get a cross-class system where you can choose a second class later in the game. Check out Moxie's excellent video about this, link in the description. As the devs put it, this will be a build maker's paradise with tons of options. So far we know of 3 confirmed archetypes like the Gunslinger and Challenger. However, as other sources who are in touch with the devs already confirmed, there will be much more than just these 3. The official number is not confirmed yet, but 6 to 8 classes seems very possible from the screenshots we know of. In the gameplay video we can already see the special abilities of the 3 confirmed classes. The Gunslinger shoots a barrage from the hips, the Challenger seems to get a resistance or damage buff and can use melee without consuming stamina for a while, and the last class shown uses some kind of grenade or explosion. So a mixture of set bonuses, traits and weapon mods like in the first game, and on top of that passive and active class abilities with a cross-class system. It's like my ultimate build maker dream. I'm really excited about those features. But it does not stop here. We have seen some very cool footage of a companion system. Gunfire Games made a whole video about that. It's not clear if this is bound to a certain class or a general feature you can equip, but the capabilities of this companion seem to be very powerful, a blessing for solo players like me. You can now directly assign a target to your companion, and the dog they shown can take down enemies on its own, has a chunky and recharging health bar, and can revive a downed player. It looks like it will be just as capable as your AI teammates in the Ghost Recon series, for example. It seems they really care for solo players as much as they do for the co-op enjoyers. So to sum up the major new or reworked gameplay features: dedicated and impactful cross-class system, stamina meter outside of combat is not depleting, strong companions with an expanded toolkit for solo players, insane build variety, I really hope they provide a loadout feature this time, fantastic enemy and boss design combined with the already super tight gunplay. You can call me really hyped for this game. The other key feature Gunfire Games pushes even further are the procedural generated levels. Those kind of games often come with a repetitive nature and lack of a good story in comparison to completely handcrafted games. Remnant from the Ashes already featured a really cool story and a visual impressive gritty and grim setting. The adventure mode was also a very nice addition to the game. Remnant 2 now is set to take this all even further. IGN interviewed one of the devs and he gave some interesting insights. Even the tutorial area will be different for everyone, and apart from the improved tile sets for each dedicated biome, the story events, bosses, special locations and side quests you will find in a playthrough will now be even more diverse, and you will experience very different storylines with every new game. The huge replayability was already a key feature of the first game, and it sounds that they took this foundation and massively added more variety to it. I did like the 2 handcrafted ward locations in the first game though, and hope they have something similar in the new game. Now lastly, when will the game be released? The first gameplay trailer was not very encouraging in that regard, because it was labeled with a pre-alpha gameplay tag, and pre-alpha doesn't really sound like the game is reaching the finishing line very soon. But surprisingly enough, the official Best Friends trailer from Gunfire Games just 2 weeks ago suddenly stated summer 2023 as the official release date, which has been confirmed by the devs on Twitter. That's what I call really exciting news, apart from the fact that I'm hellbound to cover this game a lot on this channel, but also have plans for an extended summer vacation, so I would be cool with the release late summer, like August or September, after I'm back from my trip to Scandinavia. Pretty please, Gunfire Games. Remnant 2 has all the ingredients to become a superior sequel to the already fantastic first game. This and Starfield are now my most anticipated games in 2023. And Bethesda is not exactly known for nailing their game releases, so I fear Starfield, although having the premise of being a fantastic game, has a lot of potential to disappoint or will be in need of some heavy work, like nearly every other Bethesda release. Let's hope Gunfire Games will stick the landing and gives us the Remnant from the Ashes on steroids I always wanted. Stay tuned and subscribe for more informations, builds and guides. This is all about Remnant 2 for the moment. Take good care of yourself and enjoy your gaming sessions.